Shalom Israel. Real quick, prophecy and news, right? You see the videos and you already know. If if the prophets, if you hear my voice, then it means it's a prophecy being fulfilled, right? So as you can see, according to the video, you see that people are walking out on Netin, wish he was a JEW, walking out on Mr. Mayonnaise, Red Boy himself, the Amalekite, the head tribe of Esau, Edom, Idumea. You see no one is no longer listening to his voice. And why is that? Because Isaiah 14. And we're going to make this quick, all right? We're going to make this quick. So this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. We'll start at verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee, to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. So you see these other nations, they are noticing and they are understanding that Esau, Edom, Idumea is at the end of his power. They understand this. They see this. They see the end fighting. They see how every move that they make is basically leading them to their downfall. So these other nations are realizing that Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called YT man, Mr. Mayonnaise, Red Boy himself, the devil, Lucifer, Satan counterpart on earth, the serpent, the man of sin, the man of perdition. They understand that this man is on his way out. All right. And not only do they understand that he on his way out, they trying to help assist this man on his way out. Yo, they trying to put foot to ass. You see that? Letting them know, yeah, we no longer looking at you like you the big bad bear in the forest. You see that? Verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? You see that? Once again, these nations, they smelling the blood in the water, man. They smelling the blood in the water. And they are knowing and understanding that, hey, now is the time. This man could be touched now. Now is the time. For all the rape, robbing, and murdering and spreading his democracy, you see, now is the time for the payback, and they seeing it. Verse 11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. Yeah, your power is being brought down to the grave. Your power is being brought low, below low, sub level, all right, in the grave. Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called YT man. And the noise of thy vows, yeah, and your voice. This is why you seeing these nations walk out on Netin, wish he was a JEW. This is why you see them walking out while this man was trying to give a speech. made him look extra stupid. You see that? Yeah. No longer do your words hold any weight, man. Once again, these nations are ready to go to battle, man. The worm is spread under thee. Yeah, again, these other nations know that you are weak. They know that you are at the downfall. You are living in the downfall of your kingdom, your heaven. Yeah, the worm is spread under thee. What does a worm do to a foundation? What does the worm do to soil, dirt? It breaks it up. It softens it. And guess what? Esau, Edom, Idumea, your heaven, your kingdom, your rulership on this earth is softened. And it's no longer solid. It's about to crumble and fall. And the worms cover thee. Yeah, and the worms cover thee. When the worms cover a body, what happens to that body? It gets dissolved by the worms. You see? Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Yeah, this man is Lucifer. You people always want to know who Lucifer is. Yeah, Lucifer is the so-called YT man. He is the man that's fallen from grace. He is the man that's fallen from heaven. He's losing his rulership. You so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American that have no clue, no idea of what you are reading when you read in the scriptures. You're reading it like it's a damn fairy tale. This ain't no fairy tale, man. This is real life, man. When you read in this book, you are you are reading the movie that you are living in. But you just don't know how to decode it. But that's why you have to listen to the prophets, and we could break it down for you, man. Yeah, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Yeah, this man is fallen. Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weakens the nations? Yeah, this man has been running around with his so-called democracy, weakening the nations, setting up puppet governments in all these different nations, setting up different military installations in all these different nations, man. All these different central banks in all these different nations, weakening them. Yeah, he is the man. And how is he being brought down? Who's bringing him down? Yeah, you guessed it right. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai is bringing him down. You see that? Yeah, hey, listen, it's time to pay the piper, man. You see that? The Grim Reaper is coming to your door, you so-called YT man. Your rulership is up. The sand in the hourglass is almost out. So this is what you're witnessing when you're seeing these other nations walk out, man. All right? This is what you're witnessing. Hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai got the spirit on these other nations to get ready for battle. It's almost time for them to head where? Over into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Over there into Mesopotamia. Over there in that region of northern Iraq and southeast Turkey. Over there in the Levant. You see that? That's where it's gonna go down there. And just a little fun fact, in case y'all didn't know. Well, I'm pretty sure most of you didn't know. All these kingdoms that's written of in Daniel, when it comes to the statue, you may be saying, what statue? The statue, which is what, of gold or bronze, silver, all right, partly iron and clay. That statue, with the head being Babylon, and then the Medo-Persian Empire, then the Greek Empire, then the Roman Empire, and then the extended leg of the Roman Empire, which you are living in. Fun fact, every single one of these kingdoms, these empires, they had a battle, a major battle in this area that they called the Levant, Mesopotamia, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, before they went down. That's a fun fact for y'all. So when America take themselves over with EU and NATO, along with them small hatters that's in the land claiming to be us, when they merge themselves over there into the Valley of Jehoshaphat, guess what's going to happen to their kingdom? Just like these past kingdoms and empires, they're going to fall. And you're witnessing it.
You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. Our immigration system does need to be fair if we want to maintain that binding contract that our politics is built on. And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
And as you can see, Mr. Mayonnaise is doing what he does best. And what is that? What does he do best? following the game plan, following the movie script, following what he was paid to do. This damn villain in the movie. He's setting forth his beast system, bringing forth the mark of the beast, and doing exactly what Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wanted him to do. You see? Yeah, all roads, once again, you so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, all roads lead to the mark of the beast. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you better wake up. If your father is a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you are a biblical Israelite. Not according to your skin color, not according to the languages that you are speaking, not according to the lands that you are dwelling in. But if your father is a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you are a biblical Israelite. And it's high time for you to understand and realize what's going on, what's happening, and that you living in a movie. And that the Holy Bible, the scriptures, the word of God is the movie script. And the only way you're going to understand the movie is by listening to the men of the Lord, the prophets. And that truth, this 100% correct doctrine, breakdowns and all, is with the men of Great Millstone and those that teach like unto us. And you will always know who we are because we always give double honors to our elders at Great Millstone before we speak. So this is Revelation chapter 13. Because as you can see, they already bringing over there. And if you don't know, whatever happens in the east always come to the west. It always happened in the east first, then it comes to the west. So understand and know that the events that you're seeing happening over there on the other side of the pond will soon be over here on this side of the pond. And again, all roads lead to the mark. And this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. What was the first beast before this beast? What was the empire ruling before this empire, before this American empire, the Roman Empire? So you're living in the extended leg of the Roman Empire. This is what this American empire has brought forth, the extended leg of the Roman Empire. Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. So he doeth great wonders with what? With his technology. So that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Yeah, this is what this man does. Who is this he? Who does this? Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called YT man, Mr. Mayonnaise, the red boy himself. Okay? He is the man that does this. He is the man with all his DARPA. Once again, with all his DARPA. Okay, look it up. DARPA. With all his DARPA weaponry, causing all type of fires, all type of wonders, man. Not even to bring up his heart machines. All right. So this man have all type of great wonders, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Yeah, he deceived you. Deceive who? All that dwell on the earth. Yeah. All you everyday Joe Blows who have no clue, no idea what the hell is going on. You caught up in the sauce. You caught up in the dream. Yeah, you are being deceived by the miracles. Again, what is this man miracles? What is this man great wonders? His technology, from his media all the way to his weaponry, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Yeah, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, in the sight of his power structure. Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast. Yeah, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should go with the image. What is the image? Where does this Salakia? Where does this man wants to take things. He wants to bring forth his what? His fourth industrial revolution, merging men with computers. You see that? The Internet of Things. This is where he wants to take it. This is where he wants to go. This is this man's vision, his image. That they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So again, what you seeing over there across the pond is going to come over here, because this is all a part of the beast. This is all a part of the empire. This is all a part of what? The extended leg of the Roman Empire, which the American Empire is the head of. It is the whore. Once again, America is the whore, Babylon the Great, the whore that rideth upon the beast. And that beast represents what? EU, NATO, NATO, EU. However you want to cut it, slice it. Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Who has power to give life unto the image of the beast? Who controls the American Empire? Who controls NATO, EU? Who heaven are you living in? You're living in Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called YT man, Mr. Mayonnaise, Red Boy. He has the power to give life unto this image of the beast, and he's bringing it forth. Yeah, you people out here thinking this capitalistic society gonna continue on? No, he's finna switch the whole system. It's gonna go to a beast system. Yeah, a digital. You hear him talk about it all the time, man. We going digital. Cashless society. That is the what? That is the image of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You see that? Yeah, it's going to get that real out here. It's going to get to the point that if you don't want to go along with society, if you don't want to go along with receiving this beast, going along with this beast system, then it's going to be stated that you should be deleted. You see that? Verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Yeah, he calls of all. Who calls of all? Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called YT man, the red boy, the scriptures, Mr. Mayonnaise, the dragon, Lucifer, Satan's counterpart on earth, the devil. Yeah, he calls of all, both small and great. You see that? Whether you are nobody in society or whether you are somebody in society, rich and poor, whether you got buku loads of money or whether you have pennies, free and bond, whether you out walking around with liberties, because none of y'all are free. Once again, whether you are walking around out here with liberty or whether you locked away in a prison, in a jail, bond. You see that? To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark is that RFID microchip. Best believe, understand, and know that. You see? And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Yeah, and not only will you not be able to buy or sell, hell, according to them, you will not be able to work.
You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
Which means you will not be able to buy or sell because you will not have no money. You see that? And that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark. So you're going to have to receive that RFID chip in order to make it in this man's new system that he's bringing forth. Shout out to all you bugged out Israelites that don't understand this. Or the name of the beast. Yeah, you're gonna have to receive that mark, that RFID chip, and then you will be numbered in the system. All right, that's why you will have the name of the beast. Well, your name shall go in the system, shall I say? That's why you will have the name of the beast or the number of his name, and then you will receive a number. And this is how you will be numbered in the system. You see that? So again, you will receive that mark, which is the RFID chip. Then you will You will be named in the system according to the chip that you received. And then your name will receive a number, which is what? A barcode number. So you can be what? Traced like commodity. You will receive the number of his name. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding. Yeah, you got to have, hey, listen, here is wisdom. In order to understand this, you got to have understanding. And in order to understand what's truly happening in these scriptures, yeah, you got to, hey, man, listen, you got to have the oil. You got to have Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, in order to understand what's truly going on in this movie. So you got people out here, they understand a little bit, but they don't really know what's happening. In order to understand the whole totality of the movie, yeah, you got to have Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yeah, you got to be part of the elect and the 1/3. So here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. So when you count something, that means you are considering. So you must consider the number of the beast. You must consider how this system is trying to number you. For it is a number of a man. For this system, this numbering system is of a man. What man? The so-called YT man. And his number is 603 score and 6. Yeah, this man's number is 666. And this is why when you're dealing with his occult, when you're dealing with his fraternities, his favorite number that he loves to deal with, play with, which represents him, is what? 666. Shalom.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all on chip, so I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip, and it will log me in, and from there I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards.
Which have made cash pretty much obsolete in Sweden.
No cash.
At this tech fair, a chipping event for those on the cutting edge, merging their hands with this new technology.
I thought it would be fun, right?
The process is simple and swift. A pinch of the skin, and in a matter of seconds, the chip is inserted. The transformation is complete. As for the pain,
I barely felt it.
but even in this nation of early adopters, not everyone is racing to get chipped.
Feel less human. I will feel like a robot.
I think, it's so much more data can go into this, when it's in your body.
There's no central registry tracking how many people are chipped, but biohacker Hannes Wellblood estimates between 5 and 10,000.
In the future, do you think everyone is going to be chipped?
I think it'll be voluntary, but I am certainly convinced that millions of people will find it very, very valuable to have a smart device under their skin.
Human microchipping may be our future, but in Sweden, it's already reality. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, Stockholm.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.